Greetings, Stash Wyslouch here. Welcome to Quick Tips. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel, consider becoming a patron on my Patreon page, and hit that like button and leave a comment below if you have any questions or ideas to make this better. Today's quick tip.
Add non-chord-tone resting points.
When creating or analyzing melodies, it's often you find, particularly in bluegrass and folk music, the focus tones or resting points of a melody are a chord tone of the given chord that you're on. So for example, the flat Scruggs tune I use all the time. I can tell from the look in your eye. Based on the rhythm and melody of the tune, the focus tones where the melody really rests and hangs out is on the words tell, look, and I. We're on a G chord, and the word tell is a D note, the fifth, one of the chord tones of a G chord. I can tell from the look is the third of the corresponding G chord. Look in your eye. And the word I is also the third. But it doesn't always have to be this way. Melodies don't always have to rest or focus on the corresponding chord tones. There's other notes that can be good and colorful resting tones also. In this video, I want to give you a foundational rule book, a level 1 primer of some ideas of non-chord tones that can be used as resting points, focus tones of a melody you're analyzing or creating. These notes are extending the idea of what chord tones did before as resting points, so we call them extensions. Extensions are often referred to in their supra-octave degree number, the octave beyond the first one. So instead of calling something a 2, for example, we'd give it the number that would occur after the number 8, after the first octave, the 9. On a 1 chord, a good resting point could be the 9 or the 13, also known as the 2 or the 6. Here's what that could sound like. So we could have a melody just on a 1 chord, 1, 2, 3, 4. And really hang out and outline that 9. Let's do the same thing for the 13. 1, 2, 3, 4. For the 2 minor chord, 3 extensions, resting points, are the 9, 11, and the 13. So we could have a progression that goes from the 1 chord to a 2 minor chord. And I'm going to make a melody and then land on the 9. Then I land with the 11. The 13. On the 3 chord in the key of G, it's a B minor chord. Notes that are not the 1, 3, 5, or 7 that could be considered consonant with it are the 11 and flat 13. So on a B chord, that would be an E, the 11, or the flat 13, a G. So again, we could make up a chord progression going from the 1 to the 3 minor. When we land on the 3 minor the first time, we'll land on the 11. When we land on the 3 minor the second time, we'll land on the flat 13. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now to the flat 13. 1, 2, 3, 4. On the 4 chord, C in the key of G, good focus tones could be the 9, D in relation to the C chord, the sharp 11, an F sharp, and the 13, an A. So we could have a simple chord progression going 1 to the 4, and first I'll land on the 9, and then I'll land on the sharp 4, and then the 13. Now we'll try the sharp 11. Now we'll try the 13. 1, 2, 3, 4. Interesting, colorful notes. Let's keep going. The 5 chord, you have a little more flexibility, but we'll still keep it within the lines for now. The 3 chord tones that could be interesting resting points are the 9, 11, and 13. So in the key of G, the 5 chord is D. So the 9 would be E. The 11 would be G, and the 13 would be a B. Remember, we're analyzing these notes, 9, 11, 13, in relation to the chord we're on, not in relation to the key that we're in. A progression going from a 1 to the 5. 1, 2, we'll go to the 9. Now we'll go to the 11. Now we'll go to the 13. The 6th chord. The 2 extensions could be the 9 or the 11. And finally, if you ever come across a 7 diminished chord, 2 extensions could be the 11 and flat 13. So on an F sharp diminished, that could be the B or the D. For my Patreons, I have a nice little worksheet that has this all listed in a clear fashion. Consider supporting the making of these quick tip videos. Become a patron on my Patreon page. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave me a comment below, and let's learn more together. This video that's primarily theoretical will open up the door for a lot of explorations in the near future in these quick tips. Thank you so much, and we'll see you next time.